Hello everyone, I'm Paul with many voices. For me, I would have to say Merry Christmas, because today it is Christmas. But welcome back to more Prison Architect by Swansong Slimer Season 2. The final prison in this game, where 3 people have the flu. As we're doing yet another round of overproduction. And we're gonna do this until the end of time, obviously, because it's just something easy to do. I am working on building the exterior building of what will eventually be Criminally Insane, after having laid down all of the paths and all of the external flooring. And now we're struggling for money. I could have not spent money on this and that, of course, to get a lot more done here, but honestly, I wasn't really... like, I don't mind. Let's see. Rats. I don't have the funds for that yet. I mean, this is where the majority of the money comes from. Power exports. So let's see, is it going to be like 4,000 at the end of the day? Just not. But it is 12,000 in power exports, so... good. Let's do a little bit of this. Let's do a little bit more of this. Let's see, we have everything there. Let's do up to here next. And I know I could be like putting in the walls and all of the other stuff as well, but I'm not going to. Oh, we have a crooked cop. You're fired. And finally, we found a Polaroid. Thank you for showing that to me, Mr. Cop. Right, so sadly I have to hire a new guard then, which is gonna take that. But as I wanted to say last time, we actually had such a massive backlog of trucks because I was doing all of the pathing and such, that the delivery of prisoners was delayed and thus doubled. Which sucks. So I was suddenly stuck with 80 minimum security prisoners while I only have capacity for 46. But as you can see, they are surviving. You know, they don't really have a place to stay, but they are surviving. Well, we do have Mr. Langdon here. Hopefully you will be the one. But I'm not getting my hopes up yet. So finally we have a Polaroid. So I could say I'm one step closer to that goal. As you can see, there's still a whole bunch of Polaroids that I'm missing here. I could have sworn I had that one before this one. But I guess, oh, actually it is new. Yeah, this is a little gruesome. But yeah, fun. Fun stuff. So yeah, prisoners are unable to get to their cells. Food trays are still scattered around here. And we have a potential confidential informant here. Oh, so your break is so darn important that you're not going to do that. Okay. And it seems that, well, these two are gonna be absolutely useless. But at least... Oh, you were en route. Got a little bit of extra, what should we call it from that? We have another Death Row Inmate. 38%. It's logistics, Erdogan. You're active, so... Do we see... anyone? Of course, we're looking for ex-law enforcement, snitches. We're looking specifically for those with question marks. But it seems like we don't have any new info on the prisoners. A little tatty. Oh, wow. So, this means that you re-offended. You actually got sent back, Ian Jones. Look at you. Though you pleaded not guilty, except for money laundering. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Just a one-time sneezy. Correction. That's better. That is better. 10k. I can definitely do a lot with 10k. Like finishing off this section. But yes, I can finish out the entire exterior. Perfect. We're gonna be decking out the roofs first, entirely. Then we're gonna be building the cells. At least decking them out. But we're mostly gonna focus on like these 4 separate rooms, and then also these and these 2. So we've got yet another Death Row Inmate coming in tomorrow. How absolutely lovely. And in the meantime, we're almost already done with another round of overproduction. Yeah, these guys' privacy needs are going to remain unfulfilled because, well, they're stuck in dormitories, so they don't get any privacy. And it seems that you're going to minimum security. I don't even get a chance to see one of their clemencies drop down. Like, I've seen it once this round. Just sell the apples. Do we have anything here? Peaches. Sell and sell. Bananas are not ready yet here. They are not ready yet here. 7 hours. 12 hours. 1 hour. 10 hours. Versus 6 and 4. So at least we're getting a constant flow of Death Row inmates. Well, almost constant. That's a lamp, I believe. Yeah, street lamp. So just making this area look a little nicer. There. And I'll be dismantling those lights. Because they serve me no purpose. And there. That is done. These are all connected. That is connected. No. Those two are in. How did I get this much money? I don't mind. Just give me money. So you also reoffended and became a Death Row Inmate. Wow. Ooh, we got a little administrative error bonus thing. Well, Jones is in his parole room. Let me talk about something in the meantime. When it comes to death row, as mentioned before, the likelihood of clemency needs to be below the 5% state-approved conviction strength before you can safely execute him. But honestly, once it's 9%, it can mean that the next rounds of death row appeal, he will win. There you are, having patiently waited like 3-4 rounds to get it to 9%. And then at round number 4 or 5, it would go to 4%, and all of a sudden, nope, he is still found to be innocent. He leaves the prison, and well, yeah, you've waited, and you, if only. However, there is a research that makes the state-approved conviction strength go from 5% to 10%. So that means that the 9%, you're eligible to execute him. So let's do that. Your lawyer lobbies for a reduction in the required strength of the conviction before death row proceedings can properly start it. Essentially lowers the number of appeals a prisoner gets before you can schedule their execution without liability. Once again, if I were to execute this guy right now, or the other guy right now, and in the final report it is found that he was innocent or that he should have been sentenced to maximum security instead, not only am I going to get a $50,000 fine, but all other current death row inmates will be shipped away. And for a very long time, I don't know how long, because I've never tested that before, I won't be able to get any Death Row Inmates. So we're basically stuck at the very start of this, once again. And I don't want that, so I'm patiently gonna wait until it's below 10%. After all. But we're still in the process of working on this. So let us just wait. Well, I'm gonna stir my coffee. And my cat is keeping watch. She pretends to be asleep, but I know you're awake, cat. I know you're awake. I see that eye open of yours. Yeah, it is Christmas Day. I will be heading off to my parents in about 2 hours, so I still have a bit of time to record. And then tomorrow, we Dutchmen celebrate 2 days of Christmas, so I'll be visiting some friends then. As a matter of fact, Perimiter Wall. Let's see how expensive this would be. You know what, screw that. I'm throwing this around here. That is too expensive, but it will have to go all the way down to here. 17,000. I know that I said originally I wanted to have the perimeter wall around here as well. It's actually not... Yeah, it is necessary for over here. I will have to demolish the bridge again, so that I can perimeter wall these areas, like specifically this one and that one. Same over here, of course. As this area has been finished, I can add those pressure pads too. And at least connect these up. $19,000, that is enough for that, I believe. All the way over here. Indeed. And yes, I will be doing the perimeter wall around here as well. So this is another 15,000 and change. So, well, I think I already started this before, but it's somehow got cancelled. Speaking of, since I have the money, let's just do it. Not that, this. And that as well. And this would be... enough for that. Yeah, we're perimetering the entire thing around here. We'll also eventually do that over here with Supermax. And around maximum security and medium security, I will be putting perimeter walls as well. But it's been quite a while since I used perimeter walls. Ooh, Ian, you actually failed. How lovely. We found a tunnel. But not here. Oh. We found a tunnel, but not there. Why though? Or Death Row? No. We've actually gone through all of the whatchamacallit. There it is. Ooh, that was close. But I'll keep my eyes on this guy. Because he is an ex-law enforcement. Or ex-gang member. Now I'm curious, can ex-gang members become gang members again? Can they be recruited in, like, technically other gangs? Kind of fun to figure that out. Okay, with that done, I can now remove the tunnel. Let's put the toilets back in as well, 1 and 2. And yes, I am gonna perimeter wall this area as well. It's all gonna be perimeter wall. So, part of me is saying, dismantle the steel footbridge. Let's just get that done with as soon as possible. Okay, that means that just gonna be little sections here. 7. Seven. There. Well, this is gonna lead to a... Actually, not yet. First, we're gonna be building these things. Get that done first. As well as this, if possible. So I can rebuild the bridges. Because I do like that mechanic, though. I do like how that just works. So now prisoners will have to be brought outside, around, and in here. And all the way over to here. That's not gonna work, obviously. Lock open and... lock open. 2 new crates. What do we get? A scanner machine. The capacitor. Well, scanner machine, I already have 4 of them, so I don't need that. And the capacitor, I don't think I'll need either, so I'll sell those. So I guess that they're going to finish the... Excuse me, perimeter wall around here first, and then also this. Despite the say that I said, like, prioritize this, please. Or it just hasn't been delivered yet. I really don't have a good location to implement the electrified fence. I could do it here. But it would demolish the barbed wire. Besides, I don't mind that this is a regular fence. Because the electrified fence is not with the grass underneath, I believe. So I kind of don't want that. Do you have any more interesting boxes? Just more logistical errors. Oh well. Oh boy. What's in? Welcome to MinSec. Actually, I believe that it's just those two spaces that required the perimeter wall. Specifically. This one is done, so... steel footbridge. That was here, and that actually does go over the wall, that is good. And this would be here. That also works. So, despite the fact that I dismantled the bridge, I will have to rebuy the bridge. Sad, but oh well. That's how it works. But at least this entire area is still completely locked off from other non-staff. This entire area is now sealed, which is good. So let us throw in the additional two there, and the one here. And then connect these up as well. That could be a tunnel. But I'm not seeing any indication that it is. Good. Bridges are back. Let's just finish the perimeter wall. Here. And here. And that as well. So that at least the front end for what I have now is already... isn't that going to cause a little problem? Or is that now no longer the case? Oh. That is no longer the case. How beautiful. But water is running through there. Okay. So... preemptively doing that. Was everything insulated here? Yes. But nothing is insulated here yet because I just laid in the pipes. So let's insulate this place first. Even though I don't have a warm water boiler yet. I don't even need one right now. For some reason the pipes here got cancelled. And indeed, this is what I was afraid of. So there's an issue with the perimeter wall that the large water pipes do not flow through it. Luckily for me, that is an easy fix. Yeah, that's how it looks when the pipes stop working. It's kind of funky. Here... There. And there. That should be all the cold water pipes insulated throughout the entire facility of what I have thus far. You are supposed to be in protective custody. Anyone else? Yes. You. Wait, weren't you... No, you were not a former Death Row Inmate. I don't think you were. So, Mr. Ian Young. Within the in-game hour, you're gonna see this number go from red to green. Meaning that Ian Young will be the first one to be executed here at the Swansong Slammer Season 2. Let's connect those up as well and move you like that. And as you can see, now that number is green. Now we have green light to execute him. So, how am I gonna do this? It's quite simple. I always wait until it's sleep time. Though it is work free time, I'm gonna start with a bang up. A bang up will ensure that all prisoners head to their cells, if they are willing. If they're not, they're gonna fight and they're gonna end up in solitary. Now it's sleep time. Now everyone should be in their cells. So, to start an execution, you click on the prisoner, Ian Jones, prisoner number 12999-863. Convicted for money laundering, to which you plead guilty. A bunch of murders and torture, to which you pleaded not guilty. And an attempted murder that you pleaded not guilty. However, the parole board didn't believe you. So now, with the likelihood of your clemency being less than 10%, and the state-approved conviction strength being 10%, it is time for you to say farewell to your life. So, initiate prison-wide lockdown. All prisoners are sent back to their cells and the prison is locked down. AKA a bang up. So I'm gonna activate that. And because I did the bang up beforehand, and I waited a little bit so that everyone was able to get to their cells, that one is already completed. Test the facility is the next step. The final test pass to ensure everything is working. The electrical supply to the chair is tested under load. In addition, the final route of the prisoner is planned out. He must be able to walk to the execution room himself. For me, I always build my death rows like this, small buildings, because you're never gonna get a lot of prisoners. I want their lives to be misery, so that's why in this case I have the glass walls. I always make them 3x1 cells, just the toilet, just the foam mattress, no windows, nothing else, and a PA system just to add that negativity to the whole cell block. And it's usually just a small walk from their cells to the execution chamber. Because I am swimming in power, when I hit this, it is done. Should it be that this switch was turned on or turned off, maybe I could even do that. And it doesn't matter. Oh no, wait, it was supposed to be up there, so it doesn't matter. Right, next up. Assemble execution detail. The warden and the chief make their way to the condemned inmate's cell. In addition, a priest or spiritual leader of the prisoner's choice arrives on site and visits the prisoner in his cell to say final prayers. This is wrong. This is how it used to be. I don't know at what point it changed, but I did notice this during my on the LC Archipelago, is that the priest will not come during this. However, at the same time, I always do this as well. Escort witnesses to the facility. Witnesses of the execution arrive on site and make their way to the execution facility. The group can include family members of the condemned inmate and also members of the victim's family. And the witnesses, execution witnesses should be provided with chairs. And I'll talk about that in a second, but first I need to fire you. Okay. Now, it doesn't state it, but during this thing, the priest will arrive on site. Despite the fact that the priest will not make its way using the execution detail, it is still going to take down as if it was, so... Here we have the priest, there comes Savannah Agnova and the chief of security. The witnesses are being brought in, they sit down, and done. Next up, escort prisoner to the facility. The condemned inmate is escorted from his cell to the execution facility. The warden, chief, and priest accompany him. And there you go. You take place, everyone in their spots. I don't know if you can hear the music, but you can really feel the tension going up here. Execution. With everyone in place and all procedures followed, the final authorization for the execution is given. And now it's eerily the music. I love that. It really adds to the atmosphere. Dismiss staff and witnesses. The staff and witnesses are dismissed and may leave the facility. In other words, get the hell out of here. And finally, the final report. With the execution completed, a report is compiled and your performance is graded. If I did not research execution liability, I would have failed this execution. Well, I would have killed him nonetheless, but as you can see here, the mandated execution of Ian Jones was carried out at 4:07 as scheduled by electric chair in the presence of witnesses. Regrettably, new information came to light after the fact that would have affected his appeal for clemency, though no action will be taken against the institution and they will receive the standard compensation of $10,000 in for their part in the process. So if I had not waited with, or if I didn't do the research of Reduce Execution Liability, and I would have still executed him, I would have been fined $50,000. If I had any other Death Row inmates, they would have been sent away. And it will take a bunch of time, I don't know how much, before I would be able to get new Death Row inmates, because the state doesn't trust me. However, there's actually a failure state, that if you do this too often, then you fail. And because I don't like to fail this, because I do like to execute prisoners and just get the 10,000 over and over and over again, I will gladly wait until the number there is green and I can safely execute them. So we've done our first execution. As such, with the additional 10,000 bucks, I am going to at least do that. At least do this. And I'd say that as well. We'll do this bit. And we'll do that bit. That is everything. We still have 14,000 left. So that is enough for that. And we need like 15,000 for this, right? So we'll get those three in. As well as those two. Right. Well, that has been quite the episode, I'd say. Finally, an execution. Now, normally, I will speed through this really fast because I will continue doing the bang up beforehand, and remember to end it all the time. End it. I will do the the bang up before, and I will do the bang up and testing of the facility at the same time. And just like with the witnesses and the execution detail, I'll do those at the same time, and I'll just speed through the entire process, just to get it done as fast as possible, to get the money as fast as possible. So hopefully, before too long, we will have another Death Row inmate that will continuously fail, and I can just execute him again, etc. But for now, I'm going to end it off over here. I'm Paul with Many Voices. I thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a thumbs up, it helps out a great deal. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.